Okay, y'all. So, my video shut off. I forgot where I was. But, yeah. Um, I knew that if we got caught, that we would get in trouble. And I did not like the way that you made me feel. I don't know why you chose me to do that too, but you are sick and you need help because I'm not only your sister, but I was 10 years old. And the way your dick slid back and forth between my legs, it made me feel like I will forever not be able to be clean enough ever again. No matter how many times I take a bath, I would never be clean. I would never be whole. I would never be a princess. I would never be a little girl ever again because you took that away from me when you were supposed to protect me, when you were supposed to beat other dudes' ass for fucking over your little sister. You fucked over your little sister. So, after that, and y'all, I'm going to try to talk fast because that video was only 30 minutes long and it cut off. So I'm going to try to hurry up with part 2 of this video, which is really part 1. So, I just kept thinking, when will this end? When will this end? Am I going to be here forever? When will it end? And that's when I seen some white stuff come out his dick. And it was just disgusting. And I think that the first time he put a condom on, but after that, I don't think he had a condom on. So it was just disgusting. And after that, it didn't stop. And after that, either before that or after that, how he continued to groom me is by giving other people more attention than he gave me. Now, I have seen my brother molest other people. Literally. I won't say their names because that's their story to tell. But I've literally seen him molest other people. And he did that to make me jealous because, I fought. I did whatever I could because I knew it wasn't right. Like, my brother Charles, that's not what brothers and sisters do. I've never had to experience that with Katie in no way, shape, form, or fashion. As long as I was living with my mother, I've never had no... I could walk around the house bucket naked if I want to. And I've never had my brother to look at me in a certain way, or my sister to look at me in a certain way, or my mother to whoop my ass for it. This is my house. I can... No. And we see that a lot growing up in black neighborhoods where the daughters get in trouble for wearing underwear around the house when she's 5 years old. Coming out the bathroom just to get a towel. Edna whooped me one day. I had my towel around me and I went to the next bathroom to get some soap. She whooped me. Why would she whoop me for that? This is my brother and this is my sister. Why would you whoop me for that? I don't understand it. I do not understand it. My son can walk around this bitch and sling his dick if he want to. Guess what? Ain't nobody gonna say shit about it. We gonna act like we don't even see that shit because that's his ass slinging his dick. My son play with his dick. He's at that age where he gonna play with his dick. You think I'll whoop him for shit like that? No. Not at all. But yeah, that just made me feel really weird that I have to guard myself with everything I have at 10 years old. Another thing he used to do is bust in the bathroom on me. Like, bitch, you know I'm in this bathroom. He will bust in the bathroom on me and be like, oh, my bad. Like, nigga, you know I'm in this motherfucker. That's why I've always been very protective of my body. Like, no, if we're having relations, it's between me and you. Nobody else deserves to see what the fuck we do behind closed doors. And for my exes to record me while we're having sex without me knowing, that was a narcissist. Who does that? But he would make me jealous and, well, try to make me jealous because I was happy he was trying to fuck somebody else instead of trying to fuck me. So it never really made me jealous. And I had gotten to the point where I knew AJ. I knew he just wanted to fuck people. He didn't care who he fucked. He just wanted to fuck. So I'm guilty of setting him up with other people, other girls, just so he wouldn't fuck me. Literally of that. And I've done that, like, with everybody who claimed to be my brother. As a boy, I will hook them up with my friends just to make sure they did not try to fuck me, because my brother would do the same thing. So that kept going on, till I finally turned 14 and I got my first boyfriend. Mind y'all, this is how I know Drika was in on it. When my mother died, I was 12 years old. After my mother died, Etna took us to New York. She took all the girls, no boys allowed. And that's a piece of me that made me love Etna, because it's like she always did things to protect me, even though she would say, okay, I'm trying to sleep with Willie and shit like that. What the fuck I want with Willie ugly ass? But you know, I learned to count my blessings. So we're in New York. I get my period in New York. Drika is on the phone talking to AJ and tell AJ I got my motherfucking period. Literally, I promise. And Etna, that was the first time me ever seeing Etna. But see, Etna was in the dark about a lot of things, I feel. Now that I think about this part. Because when Drika told AJ that, Etna went off on her. You don't tell him no shit like that. And in my mind, I couldn't say thank you out loud. But in my head, I was like, the fuck, thank you. Like, that embarrassed me to the core, because I already knew what AJ was doing to me. He was molesting me. He was grooming me. And for Drika to say something like that, I knew she knew what AJ was doing. Because you have to remember, she was also laying me on my stomach and getting on my back and doing that to me too. She was also doing that. So I know that she knew what AJ was doing, and she was just trying to protect AJ. Because AJ and Drika is like this. They have the same dad. We don't have the same dad. But AJ and Drika have the same dad. In fact, they're the only ones who have the same dad. So, and plus they're the oldest. So they have this bond, you know, that we don't have. And plus, I've never lived with them up until I turned 9 or 10. So, and when she brought me in that room that day, when I told y'all I like big butts in the cat, when that song came out, however old I was, she brought me in that room for that purpose alone. So I knew that's why she told him on the phone that day when I got my period that I had gotten my period. So now I'm 14 and we moved back to Florida, back to Belgrade. And I get my first boyfriend. And all my friends had their boyfriends or was having sex. So I'm like, I'm not even thinking about having sex, mind y'all. I'm not even thinking about having sex. But I'm thinking about what my brother is doing to me. And fuck, I hurt my nail. Ouch. So I'm thinking about what he is doing to me. Whew. And mind y'all, he's never been rough. He's never like, you know, penetrated me yet. He did not penetrate me yet. And the most he's ever done when I tried to stand up for myself when I had on that ruffle dress. And matter of fact, that ruffle dress was black and purple at the top, and then it was like a jean at the bottom. I love that dress. I used to wear it every day. And the worst he's ever done was told me if I told or said anything that I was going to get in trouble. And I believe that because Elna wasn't on my side. Like, people can go and tell Elna anything and she'll believe it. So I believe that. So that's the most he's ever done. But I'm thinking, like, maybe one day he probably, you know, like, rape me. Like, rape me. So I told myself I have to do it before he does it. Because that's a whole nother thing. Like, your virginity is something special. And I don't feel like I had that option to wait. Even though I wanted to wait, I don't feel like I had that option because my brother was over here fucking with me. You feel me? So I told myself I would rather for someone, I'd rather for a stranger to break my virginity than my brother break my virginity. And I know y'all probably say that sounds stupid, but I'd rather get raped by a stranger than my brother just grooming me. Not even raping me. Just grooming me and touching me. Like, don't touch me. Bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And how can you wear those masks? Like, you know what the fuck you're doing to me. But you sit here and act like you're not doing anything. You literally act like a brother in public. But at night, I catch you standing over me in pitch black darkness like you're a fucking robber. So, I broke my virginity. And I'm not going to tell y'all that story because I don't want to give none of you little hoes out there no ideas. Okay? I'm not telling y'all that story. But, let me tell y'all, breaking your virginity, it is excruciating. It's like a motherfucker is taking one of those cement things and just drilling into your vagina. So you better not do it. Like, if I was you, I wouldn't do it because I lost some hair. See, I ain't got no hair right there. I lost all that breaking my virginity because I wasn't supposed to. Okay? Just know that. But, I did it or whatever. And I don't know. It was so weird. It was like my brother knew I did it because he snuck in the room one day. This is when Drika was gone with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend had went to college and she was up in college with her boyfriend. And it always seemed like someone was gone. He had the opportunity when other people was gone. Not that I feel like Drika would have probably stopped him from doing it because she knew he was doing it. Now, my cousin Sean or somebody, she probably would have went ape shit on his ass. So, whenever my cousin Sean was gone and she'll allow me to be in her room or something, he would come in my cousin Sean's room, you know, trying to bribe me, trying to manipulate me, trying to do all this shit. And at this time, I'm 14. I'm like, bitch, candy is not going to do. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? No. Like, I would literally... And I'm going to tell y'all the most excruciating part, because these motherfuckers never give up. I know y'all thinking like, damn, you could have did this, you could have did that. Listen, no matter how many times I said no, after a while, you just get tired of fighting. You just get tired of saying fucking no. Because these motherfuckers are fucking persistent. Talk about persistence. Yes. And if I said no all throughout the day. And the strangest thing, I could be on the phone with my boyfriend and he'll sneak up in there rubbing on my leg, flicking off my nipple. I swear to God. While I'm on the phone with my boyfriend, you don't want your boyfriend to know no shit like this. Look, my brother is in here right now trying to play with my pussy. What kind of shit is that you tell your boyfriend? You don't want to say no shit like that. So I had to say, hold on. Put the phone down and stop. Stop. No, stop. And then he'll leave out. And I knew he was working my mind. He was getting into my head. He was exhausting my mental. I know that now. I didn't know that then. And I'm thinking, okay, I won. I beat him this time. He gone. He not coming back. So he will do this all day. And then he'll just be gone. I won't see him. I'll be asleep. He's not home by the time I fall asleep. So I'm thinking, okay, it's over. And then I'll see him standing over my bed. Standing over my bed. I remember one time he tried to put his dick in my mouth. I swear to God I was going to bite that shit off if he ever put that shit in my mouth. The fuck away from me. That shit just made me angry. But anyways, Drika had left. And I'm in her room because I've never really had my own room, you know, until we moved to Palm Beach. That's the only time I had my room. But thinking back on it, I probably should have never had my own room because he really never had access to me having my own room. And don't worry, I'm going to try to talk fast so I can get through this video. So he asked me. He had snuck up on me and everything. And we were in Drika bed. And I came up with the idea, let's go in the closet. I said, let's go in the closet. This is where my guilt come in. Let's go in the closet. And it's not like I liked it and I wanted it to happen. But at this time, I knew that I would get in trouble for this. At this time, the embarrassment and all of this stuff had set in. I didn't want no one to find out about this at all. And he made me feel that feeling because he didn't want nobody to find out about it at all. But he made it seem like he didn't give a damn. So all that pressure went on to me. And I said, let's go in the closet. So I'm laying in the closet on my back. And he whispered to me, have you had sex yet? And I said, yeah. That was the moment I was waiting for. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for him to stop rubbing his dick up against my thighs, making me get on all fours. I was waiting. I knew it wasn't going to last. I don't even know how I knew. I just knew it wasn't going to last. So now I was on my back. And he was putting his dick in my coochie. And I just would not accept him at all. My body like rejected him. It was like God put a lock on me for a reason. Because the only way he was going to get in is if he forced himself in. And you know AJ wasn't going to force. I don't know what it was about that scenario. I guess he felt like if he wasn't physically forcing me like raping me, then it wasn't rape. And I felt that way too. I felt that if he wasn't penetrating me, if I wasn't bleeding, if I didn't have scars, if none of these things was happening, then it wasn't rape. I wanted to do it. And that's what I felt. Because that's what he wanted me to feel. I did not want to do it. I did what I had to do to survive. Because I did not know what this guy would do to me. He would not fit in me. He would not go in me. Okay? So he left. He couldn't get what he wanted. He left. I didn't know what to think or what to feel. All I know, I still don't know. I still don't know. But I do know that I just felt disgusting. I just felt like it was all my fault. Like, maybe I should say no. Maybe I should go tell. Maybe me not telling is why he's doing it. I'm letting him do this to me. And I know I didn't have no win. I didn't have no win. The only person that ever loved me was dead and gone. I ain't have no win. I was in it by myself. It's probably why I'm able to live my life by myself, because I've been feeling alone for a very long time. And I didn't know what to feel. I really didn't know what to feel. Like, sometimes I wouldn't even shower because I felt like if I didn't shower, my smell would probably just run him away. But looking back on that now, I see that I was depressed. I was depressed. And I'm gonna try to hurry up, y'all, cause it's taking a long time. But yeah, and I still feel like it's my fault a little bit, because I said, let's go in the closet. I protected him. I protected him. And I feel guilty for that. But anyways, I was 14. And now I'm 15, 16. And we're living in Palm Beach. I tried so hard. It was so scary. I was so scared. I was so scared. I was so scared because Drinker wasn't there no more. Sean wasn't there no more. Nobody was there. I'm in this house with all these boys, and I just don't feel safe. I'm the only girl, and I have my own room. It's something I always wanted. I always wanted my own room. But how my room was set up is that you can go in the bathroom from the hallway. The bathroom door is in the hallway. But I can go in the bathroom from my room. So I had two doors. I had my room door, And I had the bathroom door. And I would lock my door at night. I would lock my door at night so he couldn't get in. He couldn't get in. But he can get in from that door. From the bathroom door. He would get in. He would get in. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember him getting in the bed with me. All I remember the things that I did. I don't remember none of the things he did. I don't remember none of the things he did to me. I don't know why I feel like this. So, I tried to outsmart him. And I put my bed in front of that door. In front of that bathroom door. I put my bed there. And mind y'all, I had a bed with a headboard and footboard, and it was really big. It covered the whole wall, including the door. I don't know how he got in. I don't know how he got in. How did he get in my room? How? I don't know how he got in my room. So at this point, I'm 16. And I'm doing everything to show him that just, you're my brother. I don't want to have sex with my brother. I don't. Who does? So another thing he used to do is get dirt on me and use it. Like, if you don't do this, then I'm going to tell Etna that you're having sex. Or I'm going to tell Etna that you had a boy in the house. Which I had my first boyfriend in the house. And this was one night after everybody was asleep. I snuck my boyfriend in the house. And just like the predator he is, while I thought everybody was asleep, his motherfucking ass was sitting on the porch watching my every fucking move. Now, me and my boyfriend, we went in a room. When we came back out, there was nobody there. When we went in the room, there was nobody there. As soon as I closed the door and kissed my boyfriend goodnight, guess who comes from off the porch? The fucking predator. And without a word, I knew that I had to either do whatever he told me to do, or I was going to get in trouble. So, the first time he raped me was in Heavy D room. It was in Heavy D room. And I went in Heavy D room. I went in Heavy D room. And Heavy D was asleep on his bed. It was pitch black dark. And I went in his room. And AJ laid on his back. And I got on top of him. And he raped me. He raped me. And then the slithery son of a bitch made me feel like I did it. Made me feel like I wanted it. How dare you? How dare you do that to me? How dare you rape me and then make it feel like it's my fault? How dare you? He raped me. He know he raped me. That's the only way I felt like he would stop. If I just gave him what he wanted. Wait, just stop. Stop torturing me. Stop. I don't want to have sex with you. That was the only time I did it. Because I know the motherfucker didn't think that he had it. Not at all. That shit went right back up. I started fighting all over again. I love me, and I did whatever I had to do for me. I fought for me when nobody else fought for me. That was the last time. It wasn't the last time. But that never happened again. That in that house, it never happened again. So now, Edna put me out the house at 16. I go and I live with my dad. And like I told y'all, at my dad's house, it was the first time I felt like I didn't have to fight to protect myself. I would have my breasts out. I would have my short shorts on. And my dad was really dad. He did shit that I would do to my kid. Go put on some damn clothes. Like, he will always get on me about not having on clothes because I was 16. I was 18 at the time. You know, Daisy Dukes was popping. I had my little shirts on. I was popping. I felt cute. And I thank my dad for that. That's why it hurts me so much, because my dad gave me freedom to be 18. He didn't try to touch me or molest me, and he didn't whoop me for just being a teenager, being a kid, experimenting, making mistakes. He didn't do that. So that's when I began to blossom at my dad's house. And everything was good. I had my cousins who loved me and supported me. Georgina was one of them. I thought she loved me and supported me. I could say no. Like, just the power of no. It makes you feel so whole. I could say no. Don't give a damn how somebody feel about me saying no. I could say yeah. Not give a damn about how nobody feel. My nose stopped up. I can do what I want. So I was living. So here come AJ. Befriending my friends, befriending Noot, pretending like he liked Noot. I actually hooked him up with Noot just to keep him away from me because I knew him. But they didn't know him. They just thought Doobie just was this cool ass. No. Y'all don't know. I literally hooked him up with Noot just to keep him from me. And tell you how sick this motherfucker is. One night we came from the club. Him and Noot and me and another kid. Another boy. I was 18. He probably was like 17. So in my mind, he's a kid. I told y'all, I don't date anybody younger than me. But I dated this boy just to keep my brother away. So we got a hotel room that night. One single bed. Me and the dude go in the bathroom to give them their privacy. After we leave out the bathroom, for some reason we get in the bed. Don't y'all know AJ is feeling on me in the bed with these two people? And I'm hitting him like, stop. What the fuck is wrong with you, yo? I'm your motherfucking sister. I'm your baby sister. And so, but I'm living. He come, try to pretend like he like Newt, try to put a bug in her ear. Oh, y'all don't know Nikki. Nikki this, Nikki that. This is what he telling them. And it worked because it kind of isolated me from them. It worked. But what changed me, as if I was pretending so hard that my brother was really my brother, that I went and spent the weekend in Fort Myers with him. And something told me not to go, y'all. Something told me not to go. And I went anyways. I went anyways. So, we get to Lehigh. And we to these people's house I do not know. And he's telling me, this is where you're going to sleep. I'm going to sleep here. So this is literally what I'm thinking. So when we go out to a club. At this time, I'm in my clubbing years. I'm in my prime. I'm 18, 20, 21, 22. This is how I'm between 18 and 22. This is how I'm. All I want to do is club and get drunk. Like, who don't at 22? But when we was leaving, he told these people I was his girlfriend. And if any of y'all know Doobie, J Doobie, and you remember this face, I am his fucking sister. His baby sister. Ranika Williams. Jerome Williams. We have the same last fucking name, okay? I am not his girlfriend. So, that took my breath away. Like, nigga. No wonder I didn't know these people. No wonder you took me to some people's house that we're not even related to, that I have no idea who they are, because you knew your plans. So when we come back from the club, I'm no longer sleeping in this room right here because someone is occupied. I have to sleep in a room with him. So I'm sleeping on the bed, he sleeps on the floor. Made it almost through the night. It's probably like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Per usual, this is his normal routine. Even when I was a 10 years old little girl, he would sneak up on me. Make it seem like all day nothing's happening. Then at 3 o'clock in the morning, you just see this fucking shadow over you, rubbing on you. At that moment, y'all, I felt weak. I felt weak. I felt powerless. I felt inadequate. I felt like I was in danger and I couldn't get away. I felt in prison. I felt bondage. I felt cold. angry. I felt angry. I blamed myself. I blamed nobody but myself. And that night, was the second time he raped me. And this time, I was laying on my back. I felt so disgusting. I felt so disgusting. And I told myself that it was normal. Why didn't I go to the cops? I didn't even think that that was an option for me. And when I made it back to my dad, I was different. I was different. I was different. My dad probably don't even know, but he asked me a million times that day, "You okay? What's wrong?" He just kept asking. Getting high would not make me feel better. Drinking would not make me feel better. Going to the club would not make me feel better. Shopping would not make me feel better. I was done. I was done. I was done fighting. I was done. What's the point of fighting if you're not gonna win? I couldn't win. And I wasn't even trying to win in a selfish way. I was just trying to protect myself, gather my rights, keep my integrity, keep my dignity, keep my pride, keep my beauty, keep my softness. I was just trying to keep the things that make me a woman. I changed that day. I was no longer pretending like my family was okay. I was no longer enabling. I was no longer doing that. It was over. It was over.